I have actually been with Yodlee for 5 years. I've seen the ebbs and flows of our business, the expansion of our product offering, and I've been with Yodlee through an IPO and a recent acquisition. Yodlee has over 20 million paid users. Every one of you in this room has likely used Yodlee in some form or fashion, whether that's through your financial institution or through one of our API partners like Credit Karma. We make over 40 million API calls per day. It's huge. We connect to over 14,000 data sources, from our large FI connections to our smaller community banks to investment accounts. 99% of accounts are covered, and 95% of transactions are categorized, making our data extremely consumable for you and in turn for your end users. We're in over 16 countries, offering international expansion opportunities for your business, and we have over 450 API clients. Many of you are with us today. To give you an idea of some of our customers listed here, we've got our friend Bob Sullivan. He'll be presenting his financial apps product built in the Yodlee platform in just a few minutes here. In our payments, for any of you who have used PayPal in the last several years, you've used our instant account verification product through Yodlee. And our friends over at Future Advisor were recently acquired. They're a huge Yodlee customer as well. Cabbage will be presenting here today as well, and they're our small business lending partner. We have over 400 plus customers as well. What we're here to talk about today are a few new product enhancements. The first one is FastLink. So we've recently launched FastLink 2.0 for our aggregation platform. 5 really exciting things about FastLink. The first is if any of you have ever built an ad account flow, you know how difficult, challenging, and time-consuming that can be. FastLink helps with that, getting you up and running in potentially a week or less. Number 2 is customization. We can now offer customization of FastLink, letting you match your look and feel of your UI, creating a seamless customer experience. Number 3 is security. We handle the credentials so that you don't have to. Number 4 is MFA. For any of you who have ever built an MFA flow or dealt with data aggregation, you know this is one of the hardest pieces. FastLink helps with that. And the 5th, which is the most exciting, is that we're offering this not only in web, but now mobile and tablet compatible as well. And we're also going to be talking about our rapid development kit that's up and coming. And I'm going to pass it along to Devin to take it from here.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope you guys are having a great morning. Welcome to FinDEVr. How many are first-time FinDEVr? Oh, wow. Just like me, first-time FinDEVr. So welcome, and thanks for joining us. I will be talking about 2 things, and I will have a demo as well. So, I'll be showing what I'm talking about. Right now, as Elizabeth said, the breadth and depth offered by Yodlee platform is unique. And that makes it Yodlee not just a financial data platform, but the financial data platform for whatever financial technology that you're building, and whatever financial services vertical that you're trying to address. So with that, we have an extensive set of APIs. And now we've built a fully RESTful APIs on top of it. And we will be announcing about that soon. And I will also show you some code examples in the demo. So we have that. And now we have some out-of-box experiences like FastLink, which is a fully responsive version of our link account experience. Whatever you're building in terms of financial technology and applications, one of the important things that you will be doing is to onboard your customers' financial data. And this is where FastLink really helps you to quickly get up and running and get access to that financial data of your customers. So what we're focusing with all our products and tools is 2 things, speed and ease. With speed, what we're trying to do is to make it easier for you and faster for you to quickly integrate the products and tools. And so that you don't have to build it yourself. As Elizabeth said, it's a very time-consuming process, both from resource perspective to actually build those entire flow when you have FastLink that you can quickly integrate. And FastLink is fully white labeled. So you can completely configure not just features, but as well as styling. So when you configure the styling, the look and feel, it's just going to look like your own application. It's not, it's going to be completely integrated. into your application. So with Speed, you don't have to build it yourself, and you can integrate some of the out-of-box experience we're building with Fastlink. And you can continue to focus on your core competency and with whatever financial application you're building. So with Fastlink, it's as I've mentioned here, it is a complete flow. It's a fully responsive flow. So it'll work on web, mobile, tablet, and it's a complete flow. It'll take care of all the steps required to link an external account of your customer. It will include the configurability, the white labeling aspects of the integration as well. And we've designed this new version with mobile first in mind. So all the interactions and all the user experience that you see and all the visual enhancements we've done is keeping mobile first in mind. So when it's rendered on web, mobile, and tablet, it's highly optimized for that. And you can see some of the screenshots here of the landing page and after a successful integration. So with feature configurability and handling the credentials and also handling multi-factor authentication for many of the financial institution sites that require during login. So all of those are taken care of by Fastlink for you. In terms of integration, you can use it on web, mobile, tablet, whether you have a native application, whether you have a hybrid application, Fastlink will work on either of those. And also, the Fastlink itself is built using standard web technologies. This is HTML, JavaScript, CSS. So it'll just fit in nicely with your native or hybrid app or your web application. The integration is simple. We have two-step authentication into Yodlee, which will give you a token, and then you launch Fastlink with a URL. And then, as I said, it's a complete white label solution. Configure the feature, configure the styling, and look and feel as you want. So again, speed is what we are focusing on with all our products and tools, and I will be talking about ease in the next slide. But before we go there, let me just quickly show you a demo of Fastlink working and how simple it is in terms of experience and in terms of interface. Even though it looks simple, remember there's a complex set of API interactions happening behind the scenes, including credential capturing and as well as multi-factor authentication. So let's go ahead and, yeah, there you go. So this is our sample application, but it is a real Fastlink deployed on this. We will show you, what I will show you is linking my Ally Bank checking account. So this is our landing page for Fastlink. You can see some of the popular accounts. This is based on if you were to deploy Fastlink on your application, these will be built using what your users are doing in terms of linking an external account. So if a lot of your users are linking Bank of America a lot, then that's going to be one of the top choices in the popular accounts. So this is a feature in Fastlink. And you can configure this. Again, keep in mind, everything that you see here is configurable. So we'll go ahead and look for Ally, and we'll link the Ally Bank account we have. So here you can see as soon as I typed Ally, you can see the results for Ally Bank. And it takes me, as soon as I select the account, it takes me to the login page for Ally Bank. I will be logging in here with my credentials for my online banking or mobile banking. Typically, it's the same for online banking and mobile banking. So I'll go ahead and log in here, and it will initiate verification of my login information. And then after my login is successful, it will start aggregating and linking my account. So go ahead and click Next. So now at this point, it's verifying my login information. And as soon as the login information is successful, well, there you go. So it's already linked and aggregated. So at this point, you can see my Ally interest checking account with $191.48 in my account. Not a whole lot, but you can see my account already aggregated, and you can see the status of that. We also have, users can link another account if they want to. If some of the accounts may have a lot of data and a lot of transactions, so it may take time, so we allow users to link another account if they so wish with this interface. But you can turn that off. Again, configurability. You can turn that off if you don't need that. So as soon as it's status, this is the last step in the flow. So even though it looks so simple, it was quick, but there's a lot of complex API interactions happening behind the scenes. And there are some features like editing and deleting in the account right here. So they can do that as well. Again, you can turn that off if you don't need it. So that's FastLink. And you can see how easy it is, completely configurable and completely white label solution. The next thing I was going to talk about is ease, how we are making with our products and tools, making it easy for you to get access to that financial data. So in the previous step, you get the customer's financial data, but now you need to use it. Now you need to access it in your application, in your mobile app, in your web app, whatever you're trying to develop. And this is where we're giving you tools that will help you to get that access faster with some of the reusable components that we've created and available out of box. What that does to allow you is you can integrate FastLink and get the financial data, and then the next step, you would be accessing our APIs to quickly get access to that data. And we'll show you with a demo and code examples and how easy it makes it for you to quickly put together, for example, accounts or a transactions view after you get the data from your customer's financial institution. So one of the things we do with what we're calling a rapid development kit is it's a visual tool. You can drag and drop some of these reusable components and quickly put together or bind some of the APIs behind the scenes so that you can see the data coming through. So this is essentially a nice visual tool that you can quickly put together, generate some code, and you can actually copy and paste that code into your application and see this data throughput coming through. So that you can actually see, and I'll show you my Ally checking account data coming through as soon as in the demo. And it is using our new RESTful APIs. These are some examples of the RESTful APIs. As you can see, very RESTful. Accounts is the object, that is part of the URI, and some versioning, and you can pass some parameters depending on the API for whatever you're trying to get. Ease of integration, you can see on the left-hand side top, that is the code that is being generated that you can copy and paste into your application and see the data coming through using those APIs. Completely reusable. You can customize it. You can use these components. You can deploy it in your own application and start customizing it as you wish. So this gives you a nice set of starter code with the API integration, and it could be a simple API flow, or it could be a complex API flow. So for example, if you see on the accounts view, that little reload button, refresh button, which will refresh the account information when user taps on that. There's at least 2 or 3 or maybe 4 set of APIs that you might have to call to do that, but we'll have a nice reusable component, so you can put any call to action on your application, but bind it with the component that we have, and you have the functionality running and working. So let me quickly jump onto the demo. What we're going to show you is how easy it is using the rapid development kit, and the data that was just linked, my Ally checking account, I will show you connecting to it or getting access to it using the rapid development kit. If you can switch back to the laptop, please. Yeah. So this is how you start. You've logged in. This is your blank canvas that you get. And what we're going to do is put together simple accounts and transactions and show you how to bind that to the reusable, what we are calling data components, which is nothing but behind the scenes accessing some APIs. It could be one API, it could be multiple APIs. So I'm putting together a simple accounts view. All I've done is dragged and dropped some UI components here onto the canvas, and now I've dragged and dropped the accounts API component, which is sort of the backbone of this. Once I drag and drop, you can see it in my tree view, all the components that I'm putting together. And one of the main step here is to bind it to my API. So here I'm going to select the API and bind it to a certain object in the response. And there you go. You can see my interest checking account, the first one. $191.48. So this, all we've done is use some reusable components and put together quickly on this rapid development kit. So you can already see my data coming through. So you've used Fastlink, you've got the data, and now you're getting access to it for your application. Now I'm going to put together a transaction view using the same drag and drop capability on from the palette. So now I have my transaction view, which is not bound to any API yet. Now I'll bind it to my API, and similarly, I'll bind it to my transaction API, and you will see the transaction coming through. One of the last steps I'll show you is to now hook up the transaction API to specific account for which to get the transaction, which I'm doing that right now. It's going to bind my transaction view to a specific account, so I only get transactions for that account. So if I look at my interest checking account, I have only one transaction, the interest paid that was paid by my bank, which is not much given the balance. So if I look at that, I see my transaction coming through as well for that account. So if I click on my Discover card, you can see some of my credit card transactions. So you can see how easy it was to put together the entire application, and you can also see the data coming through. So this helps you with two things. Fastlink helps you with speed, and this helps you with ease of accessing that data. And let me show you some code examples behind the scenes. So here, what we'll do is I'll show you how we can copy and paste the code that has been generated. So you can see some of the code generated, the accounts list, the accounts API, and I'm going to copy and paste in a very simple sample application, which is a simple web page, and show the app running. As soon as it loads, you can see this is an independent sample app that I've just copied and pasted my generated code. And there you see it, the data coming through, my transactions for interest checking, and transaction for Discover card. So as you can see, it's so simple. And if you go back to the console, you can see some of the APIs flowing through. You can see the URI for this, very RESTful, and it's passing the account. In the transactions API, it's passing the account ID for the ones that was being clicked on the web page. So very simple, very RESTful, and it's so simple to put together. So this is really helping on with you to get up and running quickly. So if you go back to the presentation. So in conclusion, we have the Fastlink version 2.0 available now for aggregation, and we also have Fastlink 2.0 for account verification coming soon. If you want more information about RDK, Rapid Development Kit, talk to us. We are at our booth right across the door here. And if you have any questions, come and talk to us for any of these things. So we have about a minute left, and I think I'm done. Hope you like this. What you've seen, again, speed and ease. So I'll give you a minute back. Thank you guys for joining us here early morning. Hope you enjoy the rest of the FinDEVr. Thank you.
Thank you.